Hi and welcome to my channel. My name's Anne, the Max Scholar Stitcher. Today is Sunday, March 23rd, 2025, and I'm back for your cross stitch update. It would usually be weekly, but I wasn't feeling well last Sunday, so I didn't film. After having a couple of days off work, I didn't get a chance to catch that up through the week either. So it's been a fortnight now, so I have fortnight's worth of stitching to show you today, so it might be a bit longer than usual, but I just want to say thank you so much for all the well wishes on my channel. I really appreciated it, and it was lovely to know that so many of you were thinking of me. So I got a total of 11,900 stitches, 100 stitches short of the 12,000 because I had stitched 100 stitches on one of my projects before the last video. So I worked on 12 whips, I think I said that. So what I do is I stitch 1,000 stitches on a project, and then I spin a decision wheel and it picks my next project for me. And so I have yesterday's project was my last whip on my wheel. So I reset my wheel this morning, and the whip that's been chosen for today is Dragon Race Into the Night, so it'll be good to get more stitches on that one. So let's get into the stitching. I stitch all my projects on 22 count 1/1 purl cross using DMC thread, and I use Stitchy Mummy's the typewriter method, which is stitching in a 10 by 10 block, top to bottom, left to right, all the way across one 10 by 10 block row, and then coming back and starting on the next row. So my first whip, which I had already stitched 100 stitches on before my last video, is Dreamin' of Christmas. This is artwork by Sheena Pike. It is a retired Heaven and Earth Designs. So I got 900 stitches on in this one, and I managed to finish the dog's other eye. So look how great that is looking. So I was about here, so I stitched in his other eye, and then I managed to even get some stitches in his ear and across into the holly leaf and some berries there. So I still got a little way to go to finish that current row before I get back to the other side. So this went from 64.26% to 64.8%, and I will unroll it. And that's it there. Really love this one. Always a joy to stitch on that one. It's definitely my furthest along by far, so it'll probably be my first finish. Okay, the next project I spun was Waters of Nirvana. This is artwork by Yuri Krush. It is Max Color, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is a newish project, or one I started this year. If I can grab it. So 1,000 stitches on this one. So can't remember where I was. That's one problem about filming fortnightly. I'm not really sure where I was. I think maybe here somewhere. But moved across more on the row, and I think that may be halfway now. Can't quite remember. I remember when I was stitching that I'm like, oh, I'm nearly halfway, or I just either nearly half or half, over half. So that now has a total of 4,000 stitches and has gone from 0.71% to 0.95%. So yay, nearly at the 1% mark. Long way to go on this one. But you can sort of start seeing something, trees, sky. Always slow at the start, isn't it? Not much to see. Okay, my next whip is definitely one of my favorites and will be going on my wall, is Dragon Race Into the Night. This is Max Colour. It is artwork by Rose Khan. It is a retired Heaven and Earth Designs. It is now chartered by Pain Free Crafts. So this got 1,000 stitches as well. So I finished off this edge here, which didn't take long because it's all just 2 or 3 colours, and then I moved across to the other side and started on this side. So you'll be able to see in the picture what I've done. I can't really quite remember. I think I filled in this dark bit here and this yellow colour, but I'm moving my way across. It's hard to know with this one because yeah, the colour changes happen quite frequently, so I do try to stitch my thread out, so I'll stitch, you know, down into the next rows. So when I do try to finish off a row, you know, this may have already been done from the prior row, so hard to know exactly where I stitched, but that's where we're up to now with that one. It has gone from 53.24% to 53.48%, and it's got a total of 223,000 stitches. And I will unroll it as well. Step back. Really love that one. So that's the one I'll be stitching on today. Not sure how much stitches I'll get done today, unfortunately. I'm going out for dinner, so that'll take some time out of my stitching because I stitch most of my stitching time is in the evenings. But it's always nice to get out every once in a while, isn't it? Okay, my next whip was Symphony of the Sovereigns. This is artwork by Bill and Linda Tiepelman. It is Max Colour. It is charted by Kiwi Flying Stitch Design. 1,000 stitches. So I filled in this colour here and then made my way across with the black to over here. So slowly filling in. Well, I did a lot of the background, so it went quite quickly this week. This is the middle here. So this now has a total of 20,000 stitches. So gotta love the milestone of 20,000. And has gone from 7.6% to 8% exactly. So good to get some progress in on that one. Be good to get to the main part of the design and out of the black. I don't mind stitching black, but yeah, it does get a bit monogamous. My next whip is Snail Friends. This is artwork by Kaomi Harai. It is Max Colour, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and I got to work in the snail this time. So 1,000 stitches, and look how good that snail looks. Isn't that awesome? I'm really happy with that snail. So I was about here. I think there was a few stitches in the ear to do on that row, and then I stitched all the way across to here with my 1,000 stitches. So next time I should be able to finish that row and move back to the other side. Really like this one. It's not too big and it's quite cute, I think. So this now has a total of 22,000 stitches and has gone from 22.3% to 23.37%. So really happy with my progress on that one. My next whip is Blooming Whiskers. This is artwork by Bridget and Emma Ashwood. It is charted by Pain Free Crafts. I got 1,000 stitches on this one. Do I need to say that, or? And this time there was a couple of stitches left in his ear, or her ear, the cat's ear. Moved across here, and look, I've got lots of stitches in that butterfly. Isn't that looking great? And then some more stitches in that yellow flower there. Really like how this is coming out. Lots of different colors in that, not just purple. There's lots and lots of colors, as happens to make things look real and lifelike. So that now has a total of 21,000 stitches and has gone from 7.77% to 8.16%. So yeah, definitely one of my favorites. I think I say that about all of mine, but yeah, that one in particular, I just love the colors, the cats. It's just a joy to stitch. It's very confetti heavy though, and I was just watching another Flosstube who said pain-free crafts are quite confetti heavy, and I think I agree with that. It's not max color, but there still seems to be a lot of color changes. Okay, my next whip was Kitten Kaboodle. This is artwork by Simonetta Ubiali. It is charted by Charting Creations. So much fabric to try to sorry if I bumped the camera there. 1,000 stitches on this one. So I worked in this window pane here, and then so hard to hold on point. And then made my way across into the flowers and some more of the leaves in that vase there. And as with the dragon race, the colours go down. So if I have colour to stitch, I'll often stitch into the next 2 or 3 rows when I'm stitching. So there's not that much to finish off that row because all of that was done in a previous my previous row or 2. So yeah, finish off that row and then move to the other side. So this has now got a total of 18,000 stitches. So that's it there. So this has gone from 10.40% to 11.01%. So looking forward to getting back to the cats. Although I think a lot of that on the next row has already been done. So it'll be probably just back into the window again. Which is a lot of light stitching, but actually I don't mind it for some reason. I'm not sure why. It seems to go quite quickly and it's not too hard to find the colours. Sometimes white can be painful, that's for sure. Okay, my next whip is my biggest by far. It is Supersize Max Color. It is Queen of Nature by Zana Cross Stitch. 1,000 stitches. So this one has been stitched sideways because it's too wide to fit on the widest Omnic scroll rods. So I was about here somewhere. Well, sorry, scroll frame just fell over. Was about here and worked my way across to there. So that is the tree trunk. I turn it around this way. It's the way it should be up. So that is the tree trunk. So this now has a total of 16,000 stitches and has gone from 2.63% to 2.81%. So nothing much to see on that one and nothing much to see for a long time. But every stitch counts and gets me closer to a finish, doesn't it? So we just keep going on. All right, my next whip was my new start, what was it, beginning of March, which is the True Love. This is artwork by Eda Hazer Rosa, and it is charted by Stitches So Beautiful. So my 1,000 stitches got me to a total of 2,000 stitches. Can't really say where I was exactly, maybe around here. It all just sort of looks the same because it's all the same colour, so it's hard to have a landmark as to where exactly I was. But this has now gone from 0.29% to 0.58%. So I'll just keep making my way across until I get to the other side. I'm not sure if I said this is the max colour version, and it's bigger than the regular as well. So that's a true love. So I enjoyed working on that one. My next one is my black and white one. This is Winter Souls, artwork by Cindy Nielsen, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. So this one's probably the most boring, I have to say, because it's just greys and whites, so especially this time I didn't even get to do any black. So my 1,000 stitches went in on this row here. Again, I'm not really sure where I was. You'll see in the before photo, but about here, and I worked my way across to there. But yeah, it's boring, but it does go quickly. So we'll easily finish off that row next time and move across to here. Still a long way from the girl or the wolf, unfortunately, but we'll get there eventually. I think it'll look really nice once it's completed. Just won't be one of my favorites to stitch. So that's one thing about having the stitching wheel, or decision wheel I should say. It makes me work on this project. This is one of my older ones. I started it before quite a few others I have, and it's only now just hit 20,000 stitches because yeah, if I had my way I probably wouldn't pick it up very often at all. So and one thing about stitching on a project as well that is not really that much fun to stitch on, you end up stitching faster so you can get to the next project quicker and stitch on some colour. So this has gone from 5.67 to 5.97%. So yeah, still a long way to go. Okay, 2 more to go. It's definitely a longer video than normal. So many whips to show, but that's okay. So my next whip is Paris Morning. So this whip was chosen by my daughter because she likes pink and dogs and cute things. So it is Paris Morning, and the artist has escaped me. Uliala Babenko. That's it. And it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. So I worked in the door and the leaves this week. So I filled in this purple here and then made my way across the leaves there in the tree. So still not much to see, still a long time before I get to the girl or the dog, but the Eiffel Tower should be coming in, I think in the next row maybe, or at least the tip of it. I mean, it'll take many, many rows to get that Eiffel Tower done, that's for sure. So this now has a total of 21,000 stitches and has gone from 5.44 to 5.71%. So yes, I'm definitely getting into the boring bit now. Next time it'll just be, well, there'll be some leaves, but that sky takes forever to do. Just seems to go on and on and on. But I actually think it's the only sky I'm doing at the moment, so that's not too bad. Good to have some variety. And my last project that I didn't spin, but it was just the last one on the wheel, is definitely one of my favorites because I love purples and blues, and that is Midnight Rose. It is max color, and I'm forgetting the artist again. Started by Heaven and Earth Designs. The details of who the artist was will be down below. Sorry, I just can't think of it. Oh, Bentischlick, that's it. Knew it would come to me. Too many projects to remember this week. Might need to start writing them down. So 1,000 stitches on this one. So I finished off just the edge of this row here, some purples there, and then I moved across into the flowers again. And so I got some stitches in here. Worked in those park threads that was sitting there on that row. So just love this one. So this now has a total of 106,000 stitches and has gone from 31.90% to 32.20%. And I'll unroll it for you. So there's that one. So I got some good progress on my whips this week. Really happy with all of that. Looking forward to stitching on Dragon Race again today. So I hope everyone has a good stitchy week. And I'll see you next week for another update. Okay. Oh, and I keep forgetting to say, and I forgot last time, I think because of the cyclone, and yeah, it's much quieter video this week. Got 1,000 subscribers, or over 1,000 subscribers now, so thank you so much for all that have subscribed. I really appreciate it. I can't believe I got to 1,000 subscribers, honestly. I started this channel just to really motivate me to get more progress on my whips, and it definitely does that, and it's just a joy that so many of you are enjoying watching my progress as well. So thank you so much for subscribing, and have a good stitchy week. Okay, bye.